Hello everyone, welcome back to the next episode of Starford. So in this video, I would like to potentially upzone our Bayside region here, as well as expand into this part of the bay where the highway loops around as well, starting a potential grid and hopefully getting rid of all this traffic. I'm not sure why it's here. I think it's all the people just moving in. But it seems to be the entrances into the cities the problem. And I'm not sure about over here. We'll just let that run and it should fix itself. But anyways, let's get into the video. So first thing we're going to do is buy out our tiles. Next we need to continue on our grid pattern, which also means we need to extend our main arterial over the road. And already broken a grid, so let's try that again. And it seems that I have to continue it on a little bit further down. So I need to figure out how to make it a 90-degree angle like this. And we'll make our bend on this angle like this triangle thing. Oh, I forgot to keep it straight. So I need to delete not this one. Oh yeah, that should be fine. Now we can fix this up by extending this out a little bit and passing this through to make sure the grid plays out nicely. And that has seemed to fix it a little bit. So now from here we should bring in another exit ramp off from the highway. So figure out where we want to do that, and thinking just straight in here with a better connection to the grid. Now we can just do our simple bend like we've done in the other ones. So now we can downgrade that one, and we have our next entrance into the city. So cars will most likely be starting to use this road, but that's alright because we are just starting to grid it out now. One thing I should do before we continue this on is implement another train line, or potentially start planning out for a subway line running through the city. Now the question is, do we have an overground subway line or an underground subway line? Now the problem with an underground one is that we have a lot of waterside connection over here, meaning it would be annoying to get around this river here. So what I'm thinking of is just running a subway line through the city and leaving it like that. Now if we check up on our traffic, it seems to be starting to fix itself as expected. So I'm not too concerned about that, as this one's completely empty. So we'll start our new subway line before we get into that. So first we need to spend some development points on our subway and find a space to place down our subway yard. Now this one takes up a lot less space than the train one, but I don't think I've placed in there. Instead we'll move it over to this side of the industry, or even maybe place it into this area here. So via those grids, because then we have this road access into it. And we can place one on each side to make sure we have enough rails. Now let's just connect up and bring it over closer to the city a bit. So now with these connected up, we can start planning out how it will lay out in the city. With no traffic entering into the city anymore, we can place down our subway stops and plan around from there. So what I'm going to do is use our elevated subway stations, and we'll place one main one, which will be our central station over near our railway connection in here. So this will take up a bit of our zoning, but that's alright. It seems the path and the road is blocking the way, mainly that path, so we'll delete this, and this will be behind some homes. So we'll remove these and redo it into some commercial so that the noise does not affect them. Now from here we need to plan out where our stops will be. So they will be mainly following along the main road here, main arterial, and potentially one that runs into this part of downtown, but I'm thinking against it because we don't need too many stops. So from here we'll place one over by our entrance onto one of our connector roads right here. Now I'm not sure how good of an idea that was, but it should do for now. Now the last one will be over near this suburb here, as well as our tourist attraction, the medieval castle. This will also provide some more direct access into walking distance into the industrial area. So we'll also make sure to connect up onto there. So one thing that I did demolish when I was starting this cargo, the railway line, is I demolished our pathway. So now people are walking over the railway tracks, which is not ideal. So now I need to figure out how to cross over them, which we should be able to do just with this path here. Oh, I've realised the problem. It's not high enough. So we'll raise it up and now we can pass over. We'll lower back down again and connect it up to there, as well as giving another entrance from the road over here where our subway station will be. So we'll give them pedestrian access around through here. And it's too close. So we'll try that one again. Okay, there we go. So with our 3 main subway stations in place, we can now connect up our lines. These will be running directly on the road, I believe. And just like this, running along our main arterial, which is a positive of using our grid layout, is that we can just run lines. That's a lot of people. We'll have to raise this bridge a little bit. I'm not sure how to do that exactly. Maybe I'll just change this into a crossing instead. So let's have a crossing over the road. Just like that, and we can connect it back up to these two paths. Just like that, and now our pedestrians can cross. Now it will slow down traffic, but that's alright. Back to our subway line. You can see our next connections coming up over here. So at the bend, we will break it off and also run another line around as well. That just continues off the road. Continue this over and it'll meet up with our last subway station. Also give it a connection, which I have our Eastern European office in the way, so we'll relocate that one. And there we go. Now, last connection has been established, and we just need to run our line now. Now, I'm aware that we do not quite why does that go around? Okay. So I guess I'll just have to loop it like this, so it can just not do it like that, I guess. But this will be our city line. Now, I'm aware we haven't connected it up yet. We'll get back to that in a second, and we'll lower the ticket price and give it 2 assigned vehicles. Back to running our line. That's all wonky. There we go. Now the last step of connecting it up. So I'm going to have to raise this up over that highway there. Run it around and connect it up over here. Now we have subways. So there's no vehicles should go away, and at any moment now, but there's already passengers waiting, which is a good thing, and we seems that it should be getting used now. And if we come over to our next stop over here as well, we can see that we have 51 passengers waiting, and they seem rather used now. And our last subway station with 150 passengers waiting. So our subway system will be something to invest in the future as we increase the city size, which is what we'll be doing over here. And obviously as we go across the bay over to this area and off behind the highway, well, there'll be a bit more lower density housing. But why is there traffic coming out of the university. Unless the school day just finished. Without 3,500 students. Could be the problem. Let's give that an extra lane outwards. And I guess we can also... Oh no, it doesn't have a second side. That's not annoying at all. It's alright. And our college is also doing good. I'm just going to check up on our education, which is falling behind on our high school, especially, and our primary school system. So these two suburbs don't have their own primary school, which we can fix that with our, not northeast, yep, that one, northeast elementary school, which we'll place in here, and another one in our suburb over here where we can find room. I have paths everywhere. I don't think that's helping. Let's place it right there. That'll do. And now we need another high school somewhere, which I'm thinking our US northeastern one, which is a little bit too big, so we'll have to find something else. Eastern European seems to work quite well, I guess. The only problem is it only fits 800 students, but that's alright. Now let's get into the gridding of our new area over here.